So, like a lot of families, I'm going through some shit. And I know I'm not the only one. It feels so painful, sentimental. But for me, it's even more intense because this whole place is like a work of art. And this is something I was supposed to finish with my dad, but my fucking brother dumped his shit here and wouldn't let my dad even walk and navigate in his studio to the point where it was impossible. And he just kept saying, I want my studio back. And we never got around to doing it because of that. Can you forgive? Yeah. Can you forget? Never. Sorry. They say an elephant never forgets. And an elephant is a sign of good luck. So, hope the world never forgets. I did the best I could to save our home, save this house. And despite the pile of shit that's about to fall through this piece of plastic from my ceiling, cause a toxic disaster for me, I'm working like a lot of other American families to the bone, just to be able to afford the next mortgage payment and maintenance and oil and everything else in this place. Without any help, without being allowed to sell any artwork, to rent the place out, or do anything of that matter, because my fucking brother has blocked me from doing so. Because he denied my dad's last wishes, knowing full well what my dad's last wishes were and the responsibility I've gone to undertake, because Andreas has no concept of how to make money or how to save money, let alone the real estate market. Didn't even know what the fuck the word equity meant. Went and pissed off the judge, pissed off the whole fucking county, made embarrassment himself. And famous Andreas wants to be fucking famous. Well, guess what? You'll have your 15 minutes of fucking fame being that famous dumbass motherfucker who fucked up his whole inheritance. Yep. So, on to the next thing. Just want to say thank you to my friends for thinking of me. It's very touching. I did attempt to put some things in the mail over the holidays to just, I don't know, remind y'all that I love you as you've done for me, and I don't think those have ever reached you, and I don't think that I got half the mail that has been coming to me. Well, specifically a check I believe my brother may have absconded. And as I sit here, basically now contemplating, why is it I've just spent every waking hour working and making money, but yes, thank God for Christmas and being able to escape this country briefly. Thank God for that. Thank God for my beautiful wife. Thank God for life. Without life, there's only death. So, death before dishonor, they say. Yeah, death before dishonor. Cain and Abel. It's written in the Bible. I mean, I don't think that, I don't know, maybe my brother just hates me. Maybe he really did try to kill me when he stabbed me at that barbecue force. Maybe he really did try to kill me with whatever knife and screwdriver, whatever kind of shit he used to come at me with. Maybe there is a reason why convicted felons don't have the right to vote and possess firearms, but, I don't know. I just don't know anymore, I feel like, again, convicted felon that, maybe is not, that seriously fucked up, should have the right to vote, but history of violence, firearms, maybe not. And the crazy thing is we grew up shooting, and I taught my brother everything he knows, and then he got really good at it apparently, and has some good skills, and it's a shame someone like him shouldn't be allowed to go shoot and go volunteer volunteer for the go to Ukraine kind of party thing. Fuck, that's what I would do. Shit, man. If I had skills about like that, taking apart, automatic firearms, split seconds. There's some folks that could just look at a firearm and disassemble it, assemble it, clean it, and in 2 seconds. Shit, that's a fucking skill, man. That's really needed in the Ukraine. And artists and skills and things like that, they take years to perfect. And my dad used to tell, it was like, hey, I'm so proud of you, Ollie. You didn't go to art school, but you tried. He'd be like, you got to draw from real life, Ollie, and I'll show you. And never got around to do enough art lessons with my dad because he was so sick with cancer and would constantly shuffling to and from the hospital and treatment and come back here and watching fucking TV. And both of us just not in the mood to draw, like I'm not in the mood to draw now. Not in the mood to draw and make art. It sucks, but I just fucking don't feel like it. Too worried about, the obvious. Worried about to take my goddamn fucking house away. Shit. Our house, man. I never wanted to shut my brother out, man. I wanted to be a business part with him, man. Fuck, he's like something stupid. Why he was born not breathing with hyaline membranes, dude. Fucking idiot. But he's not. It's not that he's not bright either. I mean, he has the good genes from my grandfather, apparently. But he really just. Second, I got the good grades for my grandfather too, and my grandmother. But he might be of some kind of genetic defect that runs on my dad's side of the family. I think it's just kind of batshit fucking crazy, or he needs therapy and can be saved. So help me God in Jesus' name. Please save my brother. Oh dear Lord, our Father in heaven, please save my brother. I am the Red Runner. I am the Red Runner. And I tell you something about the Red Runner. Why do you think he's red? Why do you think he's running? Think you know, but you got no fucking idea, dude. Thou shalt not kill, brother. It says in the Bible. So Jesus says something. How the fuck can you kill your own brother? My brother has done to me what, if it wasn't my brother, like other people, I fucking kill him already, like tiny bazillion times over. Self-defense. I have every goddamn fucking right. I mean, I've been a prisoner now in my own home, subject to being terrorized, as was my father. And I'm at the mercy of the county who's now granted access to some of the history of violence. To a place where he doesn't pay the mortgage, doesn't pay the maintenance, was thrown out of here 10 years ago. And yet, I'm afraid of that motherfucking kid. And thank God you can't possess firearms, because shit, I'd be fucked, wouldn't I? Come up and shoot this whole fucking place. This is very, wall so thin, man. You could probably just drive by and spray my whole house with bullets and kill my whole entire biological, existence up in this place. Well, if I was going to invest in this property, I would put a big mound of dirt, big mounds, big fence, big brick wall, and bulletproof this whole place. I really would. I'd put a swimming pool in here. I'd make it so no cop can just knock on the door and be like, "Hey, what's going on there? We had a noise complaint." I'd make it so that if we had a party here, cops would have to ring a buzzer at the gate. Like, hey, tone it down a little in there, right? I mean, this house ain't all that, man, but it's our fucking home, man. That studio downstairs, Oh, let's go take a little look see, shall we? Shall we? It's the holiday season. It's the holiday season. And I hope there is reason. It's the holiday season. If there is reason, there's gotta be a season for love and a treason of kindness, 'cause it's the holiday season. So let's go downstairs, shall we, and we'll take a closer look-see at what my dad and I, or shall I say my dad and me, we built. Yeah, let's go take a little look-see. Is that okay with you, Casey? Casey, is that okay with you? Yeah, we're gonna take a little look-see at what we built back in 1983, my daddy and me. It's called the Boffy Studio Fine Art Gallery. Boffy Studio Fine Art. Check it out. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'd say so. Every day is still very much an holiday until they take me away, kill me, cut me down, and pry my cold, dead hands and from my cold, dead body, from my lifeless, bloodless, dead fucking body. You know? How on earth can you take a man's home away that he has a right to be in and a right to stay, and that's his family legacy, because some crazy fucking kid who had to change his name to Dreas Ducati, okay, that's not a stage name, folks, that's changing his name, pretending that none of this ever happened, that no, he wasn't charged with multiple fucking things. No. He didn't just cost my dad his life savings and constantly go out of jail and get in trouble and then assault us and then constantly turn around and call the cops on everybody else, including us. No, he's dumped his shit here. He's come in here and decided that he is going to fuck up our whole house and our whole inheritance because solely this is all bullshit. It's all bullshit. That's what he told me when my dad died. He said, hey man, Jace, for years, your dad's really sick and you should come visit him. You should come to the hospital, your dad's dying. Come home, broke in here, turns around. I said, what are you doing? He said, well, I'm going to stay here for free for about a year, and I'm selling all these lenses, these $10,000 lenses that my dad had here, about $10,000 easily. Could have been 50, could have been 80, but they're all locked in these drawers over here with padlocks. Calls cops to me. He says, calls cops, tells them that he lives here. Because look, it says it's on his driver's license. He didn't change it 10 years ago. Okay? So, find him in here. What the fuck are you doing here, man? Dad died. He didn't even cry, he didn't even bat an eye. Tells, don't cry, and don't call me and open up crying. I said, Andrea's dad just died, man. He was abusive, he was fucked up. And, that's all bullshit, it says to me. He says, that's all bullshit, Ollie. It's all bullshit, huh? This is all bullshit, this cement that buried in the cement. It's all bullshit, right? All the rocks that I poured in there, all bullshit. Everything that's buried in that cement. Every little dot in this awesome drawing my dad made. Every little sparkle in our mother's eye when she was once happy because she saw my brother and I got along. Is bullshit? No, I don't think so. I paid good money to publish my father's book after my mom died in August 2003. In September, I went with him to the publishing place and said, Dad, you know, we're both, doing financially okay, and I want to do this with you. And we did it in a rush without really thinking, because we were still grieving about putting a website, business card, and all that, back in 2003. Some of us didn't even have a smartphone. So, I feel as if everything I've invested, this printer here is a $9,000 printer. It's just been sitting here now for almost, it's going to be 2 years in about 20 days. January 22nd, 20 days, it'll be 2 years that my dad died holding my hand. My mom died holding my hand, and she said that, Ollie, he just doesn't understand how sick I am, and I don't know what's going to become of him. Maybe when he's 35. And I said, Mom, what do you mean? And she started crying, and then she died. I came outside, Mom's dead. And he goes, get the fuck away from me. Shortly before that, I said, Mom's dying, she's gurgling. Come inside and say goodbye. Get the fuck away from me. And now, they're gonna most likely say, hey, you know what? It's true, Andreas is a threat to your safety, and he has been breaking and entering here, and maybe it's better we just vacate both of you and just force the sale of your house, since now we have the authority to do so. Oh yeah. The cold law. Yeah, there's a law for everything in there. Yeah. Law that made it illegal to be black. Law that made it illegal to be white. Law that made it illegal to smoke weed. Huh. Yeah. I think there's a law that makes it illegal to break into somebody's underwears in their bedroom, go through their wife's underwears and shit, Throw shit, they're sleeping, and, push their father around while he's got cancer. Yeah. Want to be famous? Want to be famous? Want to be famous? Yeah. Fame is a fucking bullshit trip. You know why? Because a lot of fucking famous people can go fuck themselves. And that's why we have democracy, because fame is like money. It's the root of all evil. It corrupts people, and it's full of misinformation. And it places a value on something that's not morally correct. Just like you can hold the hand of the devil for so long. Sometimes, certain cultures, people cut their pinky, they cut their pinky finger off of somebody who lies. In certain cultures. Other cultures, they just cut their hand off for stealing. I'm sure if my father knew what my brother did, he would say to me, I can have you killed. My father loved to say that. He was really angry. He really did. I love you, Dad. I'm trying to save the studio. And this is the best I could do. Don't have a lot of money, and I'm going to keep working my fucking ass off to pay the mortgage. I'm a little behind now because, hey, Dad, I paid off your debt to the IRS. I paid off your debt to all the other people you owe money to and paid the mortgage here until a few months ago. When my brother sabotaged everything. So, Dad, you had a trial of libretto. Well, like you said, Andreas Smee very well end up in prison or worse. Just as you said, I can only do so much to take care of him, and your brother's fucking crazy. That's what he told me. Please take care of the house, Ollie. Please take care of the studio. Okay, I promise you, Dad, I will. Oh. guess what? Oh my God. The judge of Putnam County Surrogate and Family Court found in the book there's a statute that says, oh, because the will wasn't notarized, there wasn't enough witnesses, and the video wills, leaving everything, that's not valid. Oh, but there wasn't attention paid to Pete O'Connell and Debbie Bell, who were witnessed remotely while my dad was preparing the will. There wasn't enough attention paid to the fact that my brother acknowledged the will previously. So, here we go. You want to inherit a bunch of debt? Go ahead and fuck up your inheritance, or there's no equity and people don't appreciate art. I mean, my dad never got famous. Nobody gave a fuck about my dad's art when he was alive. Nobody bought any of it. Nobody knew my dad existed. Oh, except for maybe Yoko Ono and a few other famous people who, for one reason or another, could care less about helping other artists and so self-absorbed and, famous that, oh my gosh, they can't be bothered. They're too busy. Then that's the funny thing about art. The patrons of the arts are usually not the artists themselves. Think about it. That's why there's so much bullshit pop music and, stupid shit, and the good art, the good stuff, the world doesn't really get ready for it until it's too late and the artist is dead. And that's when it becomes worth bazillions of dollars, Take a look at this one here. Can your dad take a piece of paper and all of a sudden make that paper start making you trip without dosing it with some chemical? No, I don't think so. Most people's dads could not do this. Okay? That may look simple to some people. No, this is not a simple work of art. That's done by somebody who's a master. A master before his time, and a master of all mediums of art. My father wasn't just a great artist. He could build anything, including the studio that we built. As you can see in my previous videos, Oliver, in June 11th, my dad's birthday, is etched into the concrete. My dad built us go-karts, all sorts of things, and I think he figured if he wasn't so hard on Andreas, maybe he wouldn't become a pothead like Ollie. So they spoiled him. And then somehow or another, through the television and the recruiting, and the Putnam County Jail, high school, Carmel High School, and who else knows, somehow he got brainwashed into thinking, oh no, I'm not gonna smile. I'm gonna be an urban, thug, mean, angry person. Fuck the war on drugs, folks. It's caused so much division in people's families. It really has. And the irony of all, it's like marijuana is legal. My brother ripped up my marijuana plants. I have a licensed medical right to grow in my yard. And I had to show my medical card, he ripped up my plants, that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I think in the future, when somebody comes and rips up your plants, it's going to be a felony because it's your medicine, It's going to be felony criminal mischief, And it looks like if there's not an agreement coming soon, I just may have to charge, if this house is lost, honestly, you know what? My dad made this for my brother because he crashed the car and some girl wrote the N-word on his car and he got more trouble and he didn't think it was very funny, so he never accepted this gift. But I think my dad is so loving, he tried to make like a light of it. I'll never forget that day. Just like this day, my dad worked so hard to get the fuck out of Mount Vernon in the Bronx. That's me painting Dad Rat, one of my first paintings. Serious paintings, Look at this beautiful studio we have here. That place was filthy dirty. It smelled, had toxic chemicals and fumes and shit. Maybe that's what caused the cancer. God, I miss my father. what I miss my dad. What a fun I mean, even though he was so sick and in so much pain and suffered, he was such a fun person to be with. And the world feels so lonely now without my dad. I've come to realize that the friends that I've chosen in life to be around are the ones who make me laugh and make me happy, just like my father did. The ones who are interesting. You know who you are. I know that a lot of you are not on social media because you're just too cool, you know? So hope someday somebody shows you this from their social media, you know, because I know you're not into that. But I love you, and I know that my dad had some cool friends, and you're doing the best you can, and I'm doing the best I can. I really appreciate you caring about me, and it's funny how your friends are kind of like the wild ones, because like, why would you want to be hanging out with boring people, right? Yeah. But sadly now, most of them are dead and gone. And I wish I could find a friend that could come even hold a candle to my father. That's how cool my dad was. He could just about fix anything, build anything with his hands. I'm not kidding, man, anything.